Welcome to the Employco HR Chat. I'm Rob Wilson, President of Employco. With me, Jason Eisenhut, our Vice President of HR.
Hi, everyone.
So a couple weeks ago, Jason, we presented a HR seminar in our office with 30-some people attending with a variety of HR topics. One of them was on minimum wage.
Yeah.
And the variety when you look at the wide range from federal to state to county to city. And it's a pretty wide range.
Yeah, so about 30 of the states have a minimum wage above the federal currently the federal minimum wage is $7.25. About 30 of the states have minimum wage above that $7.25, and most of those 30 will have higher minimum wage in 2024 as compared to 2023.
Yeah. Little trivia for you that the first minimum wage when it was enacted federally was 25 cents.
Wow. Oh, yeah, 1938, yep. Fair Labor Standards Act.
Right. Uh-huh. And now it's up to $7.25. But I think back to my first job, I was making $2 an hour making pizzas. So there's something about being, we were well under the minimum wage, but I think it was back then $3.25 or something. But because we were students or something, they could pay us less. But $7.25 is, I would think, we've talked about are the Fed's going to raise that at some point because it's been that level for quite some time.
Yeah, I think there is some action in Congress. Whether or not it goes through or not remains to be seen. But at least at the states who have already enacted the higher minimum wage, like Illinois, our minimum wage is going from $13 an hour to $14 an hour starting January 1st of 2024, and then it'll jump up to $15 in 2025. But there are other states like California and Washington. Shout out to our friends on the West Coast, but they're already higher. California is going to be at 16. State of Washington's at $16.28.
Right, they're the highest in the country, right?
Yeah, outside of Washington, D.C., which isn't technically a state. But so Washington, D.C. today is $17 an hour. So yeah, there's a pretty wide range of states around us, like Iowa, Wisconsin, Indiana are all at that federal $7.25, right. But states like, usually the bigger population states like Illinois, New York, California have it above that, the federal level.
Yeah, it'd be interesting what effect that has on employment, like what we see in Chicago, that Chicago has a higher rate. Cook County has a higher rate than DuPage County. DuPage and many other counties follow the rest of the state, but Cook County has a higher one. So when you find some of those towns that the county line goes through the town, they end up, people on DuPage pay a higher because you can go across the street and your minimum wage is higher.
Yeah.
So what effect does that have when you think of the Quad Cities in Iowa? Iowa's $7.25. You cross the Mississippi and you're making 14.
Right. Yeah, good point.
So be curious if in Bettendorf and a couple of the other Davenport, if you see a higher minimum wage than the rest of Iowa.
And do some of those employers who don't mind moving across the border move their operation across the border to get advantage of some of those lower minimum rates?
Well, it's not just wages when you leave Illinois. Think of the taxes you save. Yeah. But, from our seminar that we did a few weeks ago, it was a variety of topics. If you're interested in the slides, I'm pretty sure Jackson, our marketing team, Jackson Navarro, has them out on our blog. But feel free to reach out to us at hr@employco.com, and happy to send you a set of the slides. But and if you have any questions on outside of minimum wage or other issues, feel free to reach out to us at hr@employco.com. That email address goes actually directly to Jason.
I'd love to help.
Easier than spelling out Jason's last name.
Love to help any way I can. hr@employco.com.
Great. Thanks for joining us.